Alright guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelia and let's get on with the video. So originally I was going to do a trading video, but I got like 0 trades. I have like a 2-hour recording of 2 trades. Only one of them was successful and it was a bunch of stickers for a Frostbite Cup. Yeah, I know. So today we're going to be talking about house building, house tips and tricks, and this fits with like the cute court and the coquette vibe. So the house is going to be like, I haven't made this kind of house before, so we're going to learn together. Again, this is going to take me a while to record and edit, as my recording is over 60 minutes long, so I will be just shortening that. Well, I'm not sure where the first part of the recording went, but I can't find it. So basically, all I was saying to do is use discs, bricks, and spheres to your advantage, because they do help. So what the Dengo was made out of is mostly spheres for the eyes, the bodies, and the top of the hat. I can put the recipe in the comments, or another tutorial if you guys want that. Just let me know. And then for the mouth and then one of the eyes, like the winky eye and the mouths, I used bricks, like turned around, if that makes sense. And then for the bear on the wall, I used discs and bricks for the mouth. Also, sorry if my screen keeps turning on and off. It's because my screen keeps freezing, so I'm sorry about that. But and then for the music wall with all the music notes, I used discs and bricks. All tutorials will be put up if you guys ask for it. For the floor, I used floor panels, the wood ones, and then and then for the other part of the chef hat, I used a cylinder. Then for the top, I used an Edward top wall trim. And then what I'm doing right now is I'm using trash cans, like the basic free ones, to use it to make like a shop counter, if you know what I mean. So then also what you want to do before you start is, if you haven't seen it already, because I'm going to put it in, use the 1 to 10 or 1 to 2. I usually use 1 to 10 as it's just a little bit easier to move it around, as especially if you're a mobile user like me, it's a lot easier. So that is some of the tips and tricks so far. I'm gonna speed up the video. Also, ambience changes everything. It changes all the colours and everything. So at the end of the video, I will be showing the difference, but I would do the ambience at the start so that you know what your atmosphere is and what colour tone you're working with, rather than at the end, because if it looks normal in the ambience, like the regular day ambience, and then it looks weird in a different ambience, but you need the cherry blossoms, or you want it to be like a darker, or just like showing it a bit more, then that's what I usually do. So I always do my ambience first, otherwise all the colours are weird. And at the end of this video, when I show the ways that it changes without the ambience, it looks green, like really like ugly green. Like, I do like the colour green, like I love green, but this colour is just eh. Also, be stacked up on books, because you're going to need them, and I am really stingy with my books, even though I have a lot. So say for example, these barriers, I was this close, like really close to making it one big thick barrier, but then I was like, oh, there's not going to be enough room, and I'm like, I don't want to spend that much money, but I've got more than 7,000, and I have like 20,000 on my alt account, so I don't need it. So basically what I'm doing here is, as I said, using the discs to my advantage, you can make like anything you want. Also, pixel art, that is quite simple for like simpler designs. I have a unicorn in one of the houses I'm building, and I made it by myself. It took about half an hour to an hour-ish. It is a bit time consuming, but the rewards are good. Also, I would use a tabletop counter rather than blocks because it's a lot less expensive. So what I'm doing here is I'm making it bigger, which is what I normally do. I'm making it bigger on the floor so I can like make it easier for me. Yeah. And then I'm gonna either clone it. I'm gonna select all of it, shrink it, and then obviously I'm gonna put it on the litter box, so it's like a bare litter box, and I'm gonna clone that. I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm so tired. But so yeah, we're gonna do the little grinding area first. I'm a bit sick, so sorry if my voice sounds weird. But yeah, so obviously it didn't clone properly, so I had to use one without an ear, and I just cloned the other discs for this. I was going to do a little like earpiece, but I just didn't think it would look that great. So now we're going to move on to the, I think it's, so I found this like little cat build. It's supposed to be really simple on Pinterest, but I couldn't do it. I didn't have the patience. There's no tutorial and I couldn't be bothered to find one. So I was gonna do it and I was gonna look up a tutorial, but it just wasn't going as I thought it would. So I decided to just scrap that idea. Alright, this is the part you've been waiting for. The without ambience and with ambience. So all I did is basically just add a little bit of decor that I had spare, and now it is with ambience. So for the stars, I obviously used starlight curtains, which I coloured the same colour as my wall to make sure that it looked okay. Then for the crib, I just used cribs. For the water and food, I used 4 free waters and 4 free food bowls. I used a tiny heart and Edward top wall trim. I used all the stars, just the regular stars for there. I used a pet display, a 50s telephone, and I used some discs to create the paws on the wall. I also used the candy lights from the Sugarfest update, and yeah, well, here's a little speed build. This is in like 10x speed, I think. So yeah, you can see the starlight curtains, a bit of it is beige and the bit of it is the same colour as the wall, so it just blends in. I used a pet display and I made it tiny so that you couldn't see it under my pet. Then I got the free bathtubs. Also be grateful for the bathtubs, not the bathtubs, be grateful for the free stuff, especially the free rugs, as instead of like barriers or anything more expensive for it, you can use it. Also, I wasn't feeling like this wall art worked, like the paws, but now I think it's grown on me. So then I also got a free wardrobe, I think, and I used the doorway and a rug to create the door, and then I used a disc. Quick trade, by the way. This is actually a trade where they pick from my inventory for an albino monkey because I am desperate for one. So if you have one, any potion, but it needs to be regular because I have a locked one and I'm dying to get it out of my inventory because I want an albino monkey, but people keep giving me like really big overpays. I got an 11 overpay yesterday for my albino monkey and I just want to keep them and make a neon. So if anyone has one, just let me know.
I do have quite big overpays, about 7 or 8 overpays, like in value of